All right, so I think this is recording. Let's take a look here at this problem number 9. They want us to simplify the square root of negative 8 times the square root of negative 12. Now we have to be very careful here. We know that there's a property that says that when you multiply radicals together, you can write them underneath the same radical. But there's a condition that both of the radicands have to be positive to do that. So we really can't multiply these as they're written together. But what we can do is recognize that when we have this negative radicand, that's going to introduce the imaginary unit in our answer. So this square root of negative 8, I'm going to look at it as the square root I times the square root of 8. And then that's going to be multiplied by, well, this negative sign introduces another imaginary unit, another factor, times the square root of 12. So we have that I times I, which is I squared, and we can write this 8 times 12 as the square root of 96 because 8 and 12 are both positive. All right, so now we can come over and break down 96, and I believe that that's divisible by 16. Even though we know it's divisible by 8 and 12, but I also know it's divisible by 16, that 96 is 16 times 6. So why is it convenient to choose 16 times 6 over 8 times 12? Well, because 16 is a perfect square, and I have a pair of 4s. Now 6 is just 2 times 3. So it's going to be convenient for us to break down 96 and to look at 96 as 4 times 4 times 2 times 3. Because when you take the square root of 96, it's like taking the square root of this product. And because these are positive factors, we can break this apart into two radicals. So I know the square root of 96 is the same thing as 4 times the square root of 6. I knew this was 4 because this is the square root of 16. 16 has a pair of 4s. So let's come back over here to our final answer over here. I squared we know is negative 1. And the square root of 96, we just said that you can replace the square root of 96 with 4 times the square root of 6. So when you multiply negative 1 times this, you get negative 4 times the square root of 6. And that is our final answer for problem number 9. So I hope that helped. And ask any questions as needed, and I will talk to you later. Bye.